What happened when British television placed one young man in a London flat with two single women and dared audiences not to laugh? Premiering in 1973, Man About the House blended romantic misunderstandings, changing social attitudes, and sharp class comedy across 6 popular seasons. Its success inspired 2 British spin-offs and America's Three's Company. More than 50 years later, let's revisit 11 memorable performers and discover where life carried them after the doors of 6 Middleton Terrace finally closed. Richard O'Sullivan gave Robin Tripp easy charm, playful confidence, and perfectly timed reactions, creating an appealing young chef caught between 2 very different female flatmates. The role led directly to the spin-off Robin's Nest, while Dick Turpin and Me and My Girl strengthened his place in British television. He largely retired during the 1990s and suffered a stroke in 2003. Now 82, O'Sullivan lives quietly at Brinsworth House, remembered warmly by generations who grew up laughing with Robin. Sally Thomsett made Jo cheerful, innocent, and wonderfully unpredictable, often creating the flat's biggest misunderstandings through complete sincerity rather than mischief. Following earlier acclaim in The Railway Children and Straw Dogs, Man About the House became her defining television success. She later appeared less frequently, choosing family life and greater privacy over continuous screen work. Now 76, Thomsett has retired from regular acting, lives quietly with her longtime partner, and occasionally shares affectionate memories of the comedy audiences still cherish. Yootha Joyce transformed Mildred Roper into a glamorous, sharp-tongued landlady whose romantic frustration, social ambition, and disappointment with George created irresistible comedy. The couple became so popular that they received the successful spin-off George and Mildred, and later a feature film. Away from the laughter, Joyce struggled with alcoholism and feared being permanently identified with Mildred. She died from liver failure in 1980 at age 53, leaving one of British sitcom history's funniest, saddest, and most deeply human performances. Brian Murphy gave George Roper nervous grumbles, crafty expressions, and defeated dignity, turning an idle landlord into the perfect comic target for Mildred's endless demands. Their partnership continued through George and Mildred, making both performers household names across Britain. Murphy later enjoyed decades of theater and television work, including The Booze Cruise and Last of the Summer Wine. He died from cancer in 2025 at age 92, remembered as a gentle actor who made weakness, panic, and domestic failure irresistibly entertaining. Doug Fisher brought Larry Simmons' roguish confidence, questionable schemes, and the cheerful loyalty of a neighbor always ready to join Robin's latest adventure. Appearing throughout all 6 seasons, Larry became the show's most important recurring friend and often expanded the comedy beyond the central flat. Fisher later worked opposite Joan Collins in The Stud and the Bitch and played Jim Medhurst in London's Burning. He died from a heart attack in 2000 at age 58 after a varied career across television, film, and theater. Daphne Oxenford made Mrs. Plummer affectionate, observant, and quietly formidable, ensuring that every visit placed Chrissy and the entire household under comic pressure. Long before the sitcom, her comforting voice had reached generations of children through BBC Radio's Listen with Mother, while Coronation Street introduced her to television audiences. She continued performing in theater, Radio, Doctor Who, To the Manor Born, and Heartbeat. Oxenford died in 2012 at age 93, remembered for a voice that made listeners feel instantly at home. Paula Wilcox brought Chrissy Plummer intelligence, dry wit, and refreshing independence, ensuring that Robin's flirting rarely escaped without a sharp response. Already admired through The Lovers, she later starred in Miss Jones and Son and built an impressive career across theater and television. Her later credits included Emmerdale, Boomers, Upstart Crow, and Coronation Street. Now 76, Wilcox remains active at a selective pace, retaining the understated comic timing and emotional honesty that first distinguished Chrissy from familiar sitcom stereotypes. Roy Kinnear brought Jerry broad humor, physical awkwardness, and lovable opportunism, making each of his brief appearances feel larger than the flat itself. Already familiar through Help, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and The Three Musketeers, Kinnear could turn embarrassment and confusion into beautifully controlled comedy. His career continued across films, television, and stage until a tragic accident during production in Spain. He died in 1988 at age 54, leaving British entertainment without one of its finest and most recognizable character actors. Norman Eshley first appeared as Ian Cross before returning as Robin's brother Norman Tripp, becoming part of Chrissy's surprising final romantic storyline. His polished manner and controlled irritation soon found an even stronger showcase as the snobbish Geoffrey Fourmile in George and Mildred. Eshley continued working in television, theater, and writing, despite a devastating car accident in 1993 that changed his career. He died from cancer in 2025 at age 80, remembered for bringing elegant frustration to classic British comedy. Glynn Edwards gave Chrissy's father, Mr. Dudley Plummer, stern authority and disapproving suspicion, adding parental tension whenever he entered the young flatmate's unconventional world. The casting carried an unusual connection because Edwards had previously been married to Yootha Joyce, who played Mildred Roper. He later achieved lasting television recognition as Dave Harris, the dependable Winchester Club barman in Minder. After retiring, Edwards divided his later years between Spain and Scotland. He died in 2018 at age 87, following a long and respected acting career. Thank you so much for watching. Man About the House remains special because its comedy captured a changing Britain without losing the warmth of friendship, attraction, and everyday embarrassment. These performers continued into spin-offs, theater, drama, radio, and quieter private lives, while many have sadly left us. Richard O'Sullivan, Paula Wilcox, and Sally Thomsett remain with us in 2026. Which character gave you the biggest laughs? Share your memories below and subscribe for more heartfelt journeys through classic television.